Hey guys, Matt Core from ControlPaint.com here, and today I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that you are busy. If you're anything like me, you'd like to be digital painting more than you are, but there's just lots of things to do. And if you're anything like me, the beginning of a task is very important. If it's the least bit frustrating, I might skip it altogether and do something else. And so when it comes to digital painting, the first step in Photoshop is this really complicated, dense window, the New Document window. So if you've only got a few minutes to paint, you really don't want to concern yourself with, well, what's the pixel aspect ratio? It's just not important, and it's confusing the point. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can save time and get right to the painting using presets. This is my second monitor that you're looking at here, and the entire width in the top half of the image is my reference document. This is where I put photos and other paintings that I'm looking at, things to help me work on my painting. But you'll notice the bottom half of my monitor is two smaller windows. I like to keep an internet browser open, and I also like to have some music playing or something in a media player. And so those three windows fill up my entire reference monitor. So what that means is that every time I make a painting, I make a second image that goes along with it that is always as wide as my reference monitor and half as tall as my reference monitor. So I'm going to go into my New Document window and create a preset for that. And to do that, I simply type in the width, which in my monitor happens to be 1900 pixels, and then the height. And for me, it's half the height. So if it's 1200 tall, I'll make it 600 tall. So 19 by 6, 72 DPI. That's what I'm looking for because I'm never going to print it. White background is just great. And with all these set up, I'm now going to say Save Preset. I'll give it a name. I'll say Reference Half, which is to say it's half as tall as my monitor and it's for reference. And I say OK. And now I never have to do that again. So if I make my new reference document, I'll say File New. And where this says Custom, I'll go down to Reference Half, click OK, and there it is. It might be unlikely that you have a reference monitor. So you might be saying, well, that was worthless. What am I going to make a preset for? Two simple presets that I make immediately are my screen resolution, which is 1600 by 1200. Yours might be different. You probably have a widescreen display. I have my default screen resolution, and then I have one that's called 2x screen, which is 3200 by 2400. And that's just a double resolution version of my screen ratio. And I'll usually use this if I'm going to be doing a lot of little sketching, usually for practice. It just gives me more room to work with. So I just open up the new dialog, choose one off the list, say OK, and I'm painting. No time wasted. Now, I've been doing this a number of years, but I found that it's little tricks like these that will make the difference between whether or not I sit down and paint or I get distracted on the internet. So the key to getting better at painting is practicing it a lot. And a lot of times that means working it into a busy schedule. So hopefully this trick helps in some small way. And if you guys have any other tricks like it, let us know in the comments. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for future videos.